Other than the name Guillermo del Toro, what interests you about this at all?
The actors, like I want to see the Loki guy and I want to see the Loki guy and the guy from Sons of Anarchy do some more stuff. See if they can do things other than their characters are known for. I mean, he was in Pacific Rim, did a good job. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
I think that it's visually looks appealing, which is might be the director. I mean, like I guess you can say that's also the appeal of the director, but I think it looks good. You guys disagree?
No, well, it looks absolutely visually stunning, but it looks probably too scary for me to want to go watch in a theater. Like I'll maybe watch it on my laptop and I'll put it like across the room from me, so it'll be too small for me to get scared. I like tinny little speakers and small screen, but I think the movie looks absolutely terrifying. Big screen, big sound.
I think it's so. This specific trailer uses "Red Right Hand," the song, and like that song is like the Bryan Adams of scary movies. Like it's in it was in Scream 2, Scream
The
3.
Bryan Adams.
Yeah, because
How did you?
Because
What?
Bryan Adams did like 3 movies in a row. Where
Okay, just an odd.
no,
thing to
he
say.
did Robin Hood. Then he did the song for
All right,
what's his name?
I got you.
Don Juan DeMarco,
Mhm.
and then he did a third one, like where he just made songs for movie trailers for
Mhm.
like 3 in a row, like Three Musketeers. He did Three Musketeers one too,
Mhm.
and this has been in Scream, Scream 2, Scream 3. I think it was on the Hellboy soundtrack. It's on Peaky Blinders sound like preview. It's on this preview. Like it's just like the song that you go to incur a certain feeling.
Okay.
Did it get that feeling out of you?
Yeah, same thing. Like I've listened to that song a bunch, and I used to actually listen to that song when it was on the Scream 2 soundtrack.
Sounds like whoever made it may have sold exclusive rights.
Yeah, I mean it's been
For all
redone.
time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's been redone a bunch of times. But no, I I will watch this movie. I guess if it wasn't the director, I would be less excited. But I just like stuff he does, so
Mhm.
I have to watch it.
All right, so the exact same trailer that we watched. Strip out the name Guillermo del Toro, replace those 2 actors with some other actors. Now what?
I still would be intrigued. Like I like the story. Like it looks like it'll be the right level of
What's
scary
the
for
story
me.
though? I have no idea, and I honestly don't even want to know. But what about the story?
My guess is from the story that the sister and brother have a dark secret and a bond that the sister felt like she should have been kept between them, and then he's introducing the blonde girl
So
into
they're incestuous.
no, not sex.
Oh,
Like they're
no.
just close, and like she's gonna feel invaded by the new wife that he fell in love with, and she's going to probably not be the bad guy, but assume to be the bad guy for a little bit. And then meanwhile, the guy from Sons of Anarchy is trying to talk the blonde chick into going away.
And that story interests you.
Yeah,
Okay.
like I like that level of like uncomfortableness between the characters. I think that'll be
Mhm.
fun to engage. And there's a mystery already, like you just
That tension between brother
because you
and
know it's supposed to be
sister.
a horror film, but you haven't seen anything but like 1 or 2 ghosts to
Mhm.
let you know it is a horror film. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's
Well,
just tension building the whole time.
I mean, that's a Guillermo del Toro thing. Although I've seen surprisingly few of his movies. Like when I think about it,
Oh.
yeah.
So you haven't seen Hellboy?
Nope.
Neither
Oh,
have
I
I.
have seen Hellboy. I saw both Hellboy movies and really enjoyed them. They were good.
Mhm.
I did
Pacific
not
Rim.
see Pan's Labyrinth.
That's good.
Pan's Labyrinth, of the movies I've seen, is his best movie.
I've heard that, and I've
And-
almost watched it like 5 times.
Okay.
Like had it so far as DVD in the player, and then just went to sleep instead.
Mimic.
Nope, didn't see it.
Ooh,
Well,
Mimic is good.
Was that Natasha Henstridge?
No,
No,
that was Species.
Species. That's right. Mimic.
I can't think of that actress's name off the top of my head.
Yeah, it takes place in a museum.
Mhm.
I think I've seen it.
There's an alien-like scene where her head's backed up against the thing, and
Yeah.
the monster's going towards her face.
Mhm.
That was like popular for the preview.
That was a great movie because it just came out of nowhere. Like you're not expecting to see a movie of that quality when you watch Mimic.
Yeah.
Right.
I vaguely remember it. I might have seen it.
I think I watched it on DVD or in the DVD VCR the year it
Mhm.
came out. So like it's
Yeah.
been a while, but I do remember really liking it.
VHS.
VHS, VCR,
Yeah.
old technology, whatever.
I haven't seen it since then, but actually that'd be a good one to revisit. So I can't recommend it. However, I really enjoyed it when I saw it.
Mimic.
At least we know if you're a 9-year-old child, you will enjoy it.
Yeah.
Who's the woman from this is so bad. She was in a Jet Li movie. The only other movie I could think of is Romeo and Michelle's High School Reunion. Not the
Oh,
annoying.
she was also in a Chow Yun Fat movie where
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to think of. What's her name?
I can't remember.
Oh, the replacement killers
Yeah.
is who you're talking about.
yeah,
Well, the actress.
Yeah, I don't know the name.
yeah.
Of-
I can't remember her name.
I don't know, but it's either her in Mimic or someone that looks like her.
I think it is her.
It's been so long.
I'm not sure either.
Is that something associated with cockroaches or something in that movie?
It's a
God, I don't.
it's a type of creature that adapts and it evolves they call it evolution, but
Yeah.
it evolves very quickly. So it starts off as a little bug that comes over in a coffin, I believe. Like there was some famous anthropologist or whatever that died in a foreign country, and then his coffin had that in it and was transported. Or no, they were transporting some artifact or something. I don't know.
Mira Sorvino.
Yeah, that is her.
Okay. Yeah, I think I saw that. What else did he do? Pan's Labyrinth. He did The Orphanage.
No, he was just a producer.
Okay, producer on The Orphanage. Didn't see that. Too scary.
Pacific Rim.
Guilty
That's gonna be
pleasure.
Jed's go-to.
Yeah, guilty pleasure of 2013,
Excellent.
or was it
It's
2014?
really good.
It was well made. I didn't find the story that compelling.
No, it wasn't. It was just.
Yeah.
It was an absolute.
Especially
delight,
by
though.
Guillermo Del Toro standards.
I think it's the closest you've gotten to big things on the screen and actually having a story.
Sure.
Minus the story part, I totally agree with you.
No,
But other than that,
there's
yeah.
a story there. It just wasn't.
Yeah,
Done
like
that well.
it does it better than Transformers.
Oh yeah.
You're right. Transformers, what it had going for it on the very first one, it didn't suck as bad as you thought it would, so you
Yeah.
thought you liked it.
Also did better than the newest Godzilla.
I like that. That was Bryan Cranston shouting for a full hour. Like that's
What?
It wasn't. It was like
No.
30
45 minutes.
The movie was terrible. What are you talking about?
No, I mean the movie was terrible, but Bryan Cranston is Bryan Cranston, and if he's shouting on screen, I'm listening.
It was a guy trying to get back to his
Hmm.
wife and daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I
And
know.
he can smell radiation.
Yeah, the movie was a turd, man. Yes, it was.
Yeah.
It was a turd, but Bryan
Oh,
Cranston shouting.
the last
And
5
Pacific
minutes was
Rim was
good.
better.
Yeah, Pacific Rim was better. So he's done the best. Well, maybe that genre is impossible to actually have both occur.
No, it's not.
Then which one did it?
Pan's Labyrinth. Different genre. but
Well, no, I'm saying gigantic things walking around. And
that's not
having
even a genre.
What?
It's a storytelling device.
Giant monster movie?
Yeah.
That's a little subgenre.
Yeah, that is
Sure.
definitely
Okay,
a genre.
They call
Giant monster movie is not a genre. You
Yeah,
have drama,
Kaiju movies.
mystery, romance.
Kaiju.
Those are genres.
Subgenre then.
Fine,
Sure.
subgenre.
Man,
It's not a genre.
heated.
Monster movie genre. Sure. Although you have in the past heard me refer to zombie movies as a genre.
And they've become that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, no, but okay. You can call it a genre if you say, yeah, it's like, if you know what I mean. If you say that after calling it a genre,
Okay.
then I'll be like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
I know what you mean.
So the giant monster movie genre, if you know what I mean.
If you know what I mean. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Right.
All right.
So it's got to
I
have
understand
like
what you're saying.
it's got to have like a
As long as you
quali-
understand that there's not going to be a sign in Blockbuster. Not that there's Blockbuster.
Yeah,
but-
No, and Netflix may very well have a category.
Yeah.
No,
Giant
Oh,
monster
Hollywood
movie.
Video.
Netflix has a million categories.
So?
Yeah.
Hollywood
Hollywood-
Video has a kaiju sign.
Yeah. It wasn't
Yeah, I
kaiju,
don't.
it was like monster flicks or giant, like they had their own little section.
Hollywood Video must have been where you went if there
Right.
wasn't a Blockbuster.
You know what I'm
in
gonna
your
do?
town.
I'm gonna make a monster movie where they're just two monsters. Like it's a romance. It's a romantic story between two monsters. I'm gonna put it into the monster genre.
That sounds.
That's what I'm gonna
absolutely
do.
excellent. Yeah.
Like that's a monster movie, right? Yeah.
Hell yeah, I'll watch it.
It's a
No, I probably.
it's a compelling romance.
Yeah.
It takes
But-
place in the Spanish Civil
Yeah.
War, right?
The Notebook, but they're 40
Yeah.
stories tall.
Exactly. Yeah. And the one has Alzheimer's. Oh
Yeah.
man, I just stumbled on gold right here.
I was about to say.
I'm gonna revolutionize the monster genre right
Well,
here.
the only thing we really found out is that you're very specific on genres, as in they
Yeah.
have to be very broad. You can't have a specific genre. It has to be very.
Well,
very
if you have
wide.
a genre named monster movies, We're not talking about action or horror.
There's a kaiju.
We're talking about monsters, right? I can make anything I
Exactly.
want. Warm Bodies is a monster movie.
Well, that's a zombie movie.
That's a zombie
Sure.
movie.
Oh, you're talking specifically big robots.
Big monsters.
Yeah.
Big
Gigantic
monsters.
monsters stomping around,
Yeah.
breaking up cities.
How about if zombies grew to like 200 feet tall?
Then they might be doing some genre
And that would
bending.
be-
Yeah, that
Yeah.
would be
That would
yeah.
be a genre
cross
film.
genre
That'd be
movie.
cross genre. There's definitely like a kaiju genre. It's the thing.
Yeah.
It's real.
If you know what I mean.
Yeah, sure.
There it is. Yes.
Anyways, Crimson Peak, no kaijus. Not that that's a genre. There could be a monster in this, gigantic monster in this. It wouldn't be a thing. I don't know. There's like all we saw was like two ghosts that look just like
Really rotten and
Yeah.
scary.
Yeah, I think I don't see a reason why not to watch this. And when would it, like it's okay that a director is the
See,
reason you watch a movie.
that's my
right?
problem. I can think of a reason why not to watch a movie in general is because I only have so much time in my life. Not having a reason or having a reason to not watch a movie is not a good enough reason to watch a movie.
If you are
I need to be compelled to see it.
okay, if you're actively doing something 100% of the time.
Yeah, I'm alive.
But for some
I'm
of us,
living.
like going to a movie, like date night is a thing. That's a marriage rejuvenation process.
Do you have to go to the theater?
Yeah. To Crimson Peak.
Yeah, I mean, because you can. I mean, that's a.
Are there
age-old-
perhaps other ways you could spend a date night where you actually interact with each other?
Yeah,
What?
there
Yeah.
are. We do those too. But I'm saying like movie night tradition is a good thing.
Sure.
You can just go watch the movie every Friday, talk about it afterwards, eat dinner, chill and watch stuff on the big screen.
Humans are creatures of habit.
Yeah.
So if that's your thing. And also I have
I mean,
about
we could go plant a tree.
I have
too,
about
but-
100 movies that I need to watch.
Yeah.
Just because they're just gaps in my film history.
Yeah, that's
Have you watched them?
No, that's why they're in my list of movies not
I mean,
haven't
like, why?
watched.
I mean, you haven't had 200 hours of valuable time.
No, I have more other things that I want to do.
that is true, man. Like my watch later queue is things that I
Yeah.
should have seen already. And that's enough to miss this, probably.
I
haven't
okay,
seen
then
Indiana
watch
Jones.
this Friday night.
I haven't seen Mad Max.
Yeah, but like I'm saying, you guys are just picking which way you waste your time. That's really what's going on. Like maybe less Bill because he's like super proactive, but between me and you, we're just picking how we're wasting our time.
No, I
More or
like
less.
I have a reading list that I
Which I could argue is just as much a waste of time. Like it's what entertainment you're picking. It's not.
That is true.
No, you're right.
So I understand the thought. Like honestly, Bill has a legitimate because he actually is proactive.
I don't do everything. I know. I'm not.
I mean, you're like
To be clear-
I'm saying compared to the average human being.
To be clear, my time is not that valuable where I cannot watch a movie.
Yeah.
But all I'm saying is I need more. I need more.
Oh, so yeah. So you're saying there's no reason not to watch it, but you haven't seen a reason to watch it.
Yes,
either.
that's all I'm saying.
And the
And
director's not
for
good enough to
me,
sell.
Well, I haven't seen Hellboy
Yeah.
or Hellboy 2.
Yeah.
I
Hellboy 2 's
haven't
really
seen Kronos. I can't think of anything else off the top of my head, but no,
good. Okay.
it's not enough. And like, oh man, especially it's a different discussion. But if this movie, excuse me, this movie gets like a 90% rating,
Mhm.
yeah, I'll go watch it. Even a 70%.
And that's
be
critics
good
only.
with
Like
critics.
if fans give it a 99,
Yeah, well, you gotta be careful with fan
Yeah.
ratings.
Fans, there's
critics
fanboys.
are just as bad as fans. Like critics want to.
Critics, I would say critics on the whole are more accurate. The best thing to do, in my experience, is to find a particular single critic that you generally agree with,
Yeah.
and then to just go by that critic's reviews. That's
Like
what I did with
movie
Roger
bum.
Ebert. I get along with Roger Ebert on
Yeah.
movie reviews, like well, I used to anyway.
Yeah.
All the time. Like he would, if we watched the same movie, we would have the same, generally speaking,
Yeah,
the
I
same
think-
reaction.
Critics are compelled. Like it's two balancing forces. Like critics are compelled to hate a movie just because it's not artsy nowadays. Like especially on the
I don't.
Rotten
do you
Tomatoes?
actually read critic reviews?
yes on Rotten Tomatoes, and they're like they'll say like Pacific Rim, terrible movie. It's like
It was awful.
It's not a
Dude.
terrible movie. If you enjoy a movie, it's okay. Like,
Mhm.
and the reason movies exist is to enjoy them. If you enjoy them, they are a good movie. You don't. There's no other thing. Like it could be.
No, you can
If
admit
you're gonna
that-
simplify a movie down to one word, then sure,
Yeah. Like you can
good
be.
or bad, or
like,
like, even Rotten
We were
Tomatoes.
ecstatic when we came out of there. Like we were like, that was amazing.
but it was a mess. It was a
Yeah, but
bad
we
movie.
felt great for watching it. See, like now you're like doing retro, like
No,
putting your scarf on and stuff. When we came out of that movie, you were very happy that you watched
I was
it.
like, yeah, I am embarrassed to admit it, but I enjoyed the hell out of it.
That is what makes a good movie. It doesn't matter like the content was something that you'd be ashamed of. It was an enjoyable subject.
I draw a line between guilty pleasures and great movies,
it's
right?
not the same.
Lucy, again, Lucy. Did you watch Lucy with ScarJo? You didn't?
No.
Did you watch?
No,
Lucy?
I haven't seen Lucy.
I highly recommend it. Right, Lucy was a bad movie.
Yeah.
Bad movie, but it was so much fun to watch.
That makes it a good movie, actually.
You haven't seen it. I highly recommend it, but it's bad.
I'm saying if you enjoy a movie, then it's a success. Like you can argue a whole bunch of other things, but like sometimes it ends up be thought provoking. Like the Fast series is not good movies. They're just like they're just enjoyable roller coaster rides. Like there's going to be a Lamborghini flying out of a plane getting shot by a rocket launcher, then running through a whole bunch of ancient statues, and that's like stupid.
Yeah.
As all
Generally speaking, my criteria for if a movie is good is while I'm watching the movie, two big questions. Can I predict what's going to happen next?
Yeah.
And if I can't, that's a good thing. And if I had been writing this movie, would I have thought of that? That's the next thing. And if the answer is no, then also a good sign.
My criteria is
those are generally my.
Did I enjoy it? And then if the answer is yes,
yeah, but that directly affects my enjoyment. So ultimately, yes.
Okay.
But
is there a better scene than when he hits like what made you any happier that year than in a film when they're in the sky and she says, "No, we have a sword," and he cuts it in half, and then they like it's awesome.
It was fun to watch.
Yeah,
it was fun to watch. I didn't get the woman's backstory that much. That wasn't my thing.
No, it was pointless.
But the whole point is it's supposed to be fun to watch.
Like, I do like the idea that these two guys are linked up and they're dependent on each other, and then one of them dies.
Yeah,
and he has to now find a replacement. That's a very good idea.
Yeah.
I think that you're being retro on this.
No,
and I know how you were when we walked out and walked to our cars.
Guilty pleasure,
and you were happy about it.
It is on my list of must-see guilty pleasures. Like, go watch Pacific Rim.
Yeah, it's
going to be fun. It's a mess.
Yeah, it's okay. I mean, it just you can't like you're bashed. It's like you like hung out with a girl forever, and then you're like, oh, she was kind of slut. You know, like it's like no, you enjoyed her. It's fine. Like it's just like you're just like bashing her retroactively.
No, it's not. No, I'm not. I enjoyed the movie. It was fun to watch, but it was a disaster. Like
it wasn't.
Think about it. It was written for 8-year-olds, and the cool thing is,
it's the best of the not genre storytelling there's ever been.
Yeah, and visually, there are times where you feel very small as a member of the audience watching the movie.
Yeah,
you feel like the scale of events is just that big. It's actually really happening. That's exciting. Good movie.
It is a good movie. If it makes you happy, it's a good movie. Like, why it makes you happy is second to if it made you happy. Like, why are you happy? Oh, I was happy because it was exciting.
And if that is your standard for evaluation, then so be it.
Yeah. I mean, you can like it's a good movie. Like if it's what it's supposed to be. Like the whole idea that every movie has to have like a triad of thing or like a triangle of things, like it's not necessary. It can just be a good movie on one thing. Big robots punching big kaiju. Like that's fine. Like,
yeah, but so for me, things that I count against movies are like times the movie makes me sigh. Like, like if I sigh or groan in a movie, that's a sign of badness. It's a sign of not goodness.
But you weren't like that when you walked out of that movie.
No, because during certain sequences, you're like, okay, that's what they're gonna do, and that's fine.
No, I don't know. I think you guys get too like wrapped around like what is art over just
no. I don't. There's no
like,
contemplation of that. Another
racing
thing
your brain and just watching something.
I also count how many times I check my watch during a movie, and I don't remember for Pacific Rim. So there's that. Like Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
I checked my watch about every 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, oh God, why did we come here?
When is this going to end? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was your idea too.
Ninja Turtles? It might have been.
I argue you have to watch it.
You know,
no.
It's
yeah.
Because of I was born in 1983. And that's I was going to watch Ninja Turtles. So I did.
Yeah.
And it turns out there have been millions of children born since
Yeah.
1983 who that movie was made for,
Yeah.
Right.
who would have loved it. And
I don't know.
yeah, that's that.
Okay.
Which brings me back to Crimson Peak.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
That's my reaction to.
Yeah.
Although I do appreciate a trailer that is vague. I love it.
Mhm.
I love trailers like that, but the trailer itself doesn't do it for me. So it's a catch-22.
Yeah.
Is that even the right use of that term? I don't even know.
Yeah,
But-
because like you want more content to like it, but you don't want to be giving away content
Yeah.
it's given away, so
Yeah.
you can't like it.
Mhm.
Yeah. Visually it looks great. Like it looks really pretty.
Mhm.
But that's
And one thing that turns me off is that they say it's his masterpiece, and it's just like I feel like that's getting thrown out a lot.
what if it's not as good as Hellboy?
Yeah.